Hey guys, it's Elle. Welcome back to my channel. So the much requested dupes video is finally here. It took me a little while to find dupes for you guys for your amazing suggestions on Twitter and Instagram. So I'm excited to share them with you, and stay tuned till the end because I have a really fabulous one for a highly requested dupe. All right, let's get started. Alright, so the first product that I was asked to do a dupe for was the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. Now, I actually recently ran out of it, but I found a perfect dupe. And now it is combining any moisturizer that you have with a kind of light reflecting primer, or like the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors, things like that. It's a liquid. This is by Pixi by Petra. This is called the Glowtion Day Dew, and what I like about this is that it doesn't have an extreme light reflecting amount in it. So some of those other products that I mentioned, like the Becca Skin Perfector, they're meant to. They have quite a bit of light reflecting properties in them. You want to choose one that is more on the dim side. And this is by IT Cosmetics. It's called Confidence in a Cream. And I'm going to combine them both. Just take a little bit of cream on the back of my hand. And the Magic Cream is created for dehydrated skin. It's for models on the runway that have just had tons and tons of makeup all over their skin, and it is dehydrated and kind of beat up. So it has a lot of nourishing properties to it. So that's also why I did Confidence in a Cream, because this is a bunch of anti-aging ingredients in it, which is similar to the formulation of the Magic Cream. So I just pumped 2 pumps of the Glowtion from Pixi by Petra into this cream, and I'm just going to put it all over my face. Alright, so the skin is hydrated and ready for foundation application, and you can see that the skin has a natural luminescence to it, a luminosity to it, but it's not glowing. It's not super highlighted. It's just dewy, which is exactly what the Magic Cream does. Alright, we're just going to give this a quick second to kind of work its way into the skin. Now, let's talk about the foundation that we're using. This is Tom Ford's. This is Alabaster. This is the Traceless foundation, and this is the IT Cosmetics. It's this is, by the way, this is not sponsored by anybody, as you can tell. Just the ones that I found are the closest match. This is Your Skin But Better. It's a color correcting full coverage foundation. Now this is a full coverage. It can be sheared out the same way this can be. So remember, right side of our face is going to be all of our high-end products, and the left side of our face is going to be our dupes. Alright, so just going to do a pump of that on our back of our hand and put that all over the skin. And I actually did try to find a dupe for the Beauty Blender, and I honestly cannot. There is nothing, in my opinion, out on the market that does a good job as the Beauty Blender. So we're sticking with it. Alright, so there you go. Very similar finish on these. Now for concealer, I got a lot of requests for this DiorStar Concealer. It is one of my favorites, and this is in 01. Now I have 2 dupes for it. The NARS Radiance Creamy Concealer. I know this is a little bit more expensive, but to be honest with you, my trusty Maybelline Instant Age Rewind is super close to this Dior one. Now the Dior one has a little bit yellower of a base than my Instant Age Rewind, but you could totally get the same effect with the neutralizer from Maybelline in the same formula. And actually, to be honest with you, I enjoy the Maybelline one better than this Dior one. But it is a good one. Okay, you guys know I love my La Mer powder. It is called The Powder. And this is by IT Cosmetics and it's called Bye Bye Pores. And I found that these two are super similar. They're very finely milled, which is awesome. The only thing with this one is it has light reflecting properties in it, but when you put it on your skin, you can't see it. It's the strangest formula. This is pretty matte, but this is the closest thing I had in my collection to the dupe for this. You can tell the IT Cosmetics one has a little bit more of like a plume that flies up from it after you are using it than the La Mer, but they are way different price points. I believe this one is like $85. So it's just a little bit finely milled. All right, let's move on to our eyes. Now, a ton of you guys have asked me for the dupe for this Tom Ford palette. And this palette is number 3, and it's Coco Mirage. And I found a super close one. I was looking with my my assistant, and she's like, oh my gosh, all the colors are in this palette. This one is from Loreal, and it is the Nude palette. So we're gonna be using the white, this one right here, and this darkest color right here, and the one right up from it. So basically, it's in that same order. All right, so the light with the light. The only difference is the pigmentation payoff in these colors. So you're gonna have to use more of the dupe than of the actual more expensive one. And you can tell the pigment payoff isn't as great. So, well, that's the nature of these. You're gonna be getting a high-end product and a little bit lower-end product, and it's just the cost of the actual product itself, them spending some more money on it. Now we're gonna go in with this light color and define our crease. It'll be our transition shade. And now we're gonna go in with this shade in the palette. The one on this side is a little bit more brown. This one is a little bit warmer. So you can dip into this one right next to it, and it's a little bit cooler to kind of counteract the two. Now we're gonna go into the second darkest shade. We're going in with this shade here. And this is almost exact match. And you can see there's definitely more fallout on this side than this side. So now we're gonna go in with this beautiful kind of burnt rosewood color. And then in this palette, it's this dark color right here. All right, so for liquid eyeliners, this one is one of my favorites. It's by Dior, and it's called the Intense Liquid Eyeliner. And this one is by Loreal again. This is the Infallible, the Super Slim Eyeliner. This one definitely is blacker than this one. It's a lot more liquidy, but they both are very, very similar, and they're both in black. All right, another one I was asked about was the Dior Show mascara. I honestly feel that the IT Cosmetics Superhero one is equally as good. All right, we're just gonna dust off our bake. Okay, so now I really wanted to find a dupe for this Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Film Star Bronze and Glow for the bronzer part of it. I found e.l.f. to be the closest one, and what I do is I combine these two right here to get that perfect Charlotte Tilbury glow. Okay, so one of my favorite ultimate Dior blushes, this one is in 821, and it's this beautiful kind of pink coral. Now, the best one I can find is by Benefit. It's called Coralista, and I think that they are really similar. This one is a little bit pinker. It definitely is not as pigmented as the Dior one, so you will have to layer it a little bit more. And it definitely has more luminosity on this side from that blush than Coralista does. Alright, so my favorite Charlotte Tilbury lip liner, this is the Lip Cheat in Iconic Nude. Pixi by Petra has their lip contour liner, and this is in Soft Nude, almost exactly the same color. You can just tell that the Charlotte Tilbury one is a little bit warmer than the Pixi by Petra. And then I'm just gonna finish off with my Too Faced Melted Long Wearing Lipstick, and this is in Nude. I figured it would be a little hard to wear two lipsticks on one lip, so I just thought I'd go with one of my favorite nudes right now. Alright, you guys, so this is the final look. You can see that there is a slight difference between the two. I am kind of blown away by how much I was able to find dupes for. So, but I do have one special one at the very end here. I got an overwhelming when I asked on Twitter what dupes you guys want to see. And it was for this Orbie texturizing spray. If you don't know who Orbie is, look him up. He's amazing. His products are great. They smell really good, but they are super, super pricey. Now, again, one of my favorite brands is by Eufora, and this is the full effect. It's the dry texturizing spray. This is an amazing dupe for it. You can buy this online, and you also have to buy this online. I mean, these are more in stores, but they do have Eufora stores as well. So just Google Eufora dry texturizing spray and you'll be able to find it. But if you don't want to shell out the money for this Orbie one, this one is such an amazing, amazing solution. Alright, you guys, so I hope you enjoyed that dupes video. I really enjoyed finding all this stuff for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. And I would love to do more dupes, so comment below and let me know other dupes that you want me to look out for, and I'll work on my next one. Alright, you guys, don't forget you are so loved. I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah! Bye, you guys.